All right, we are now in Bend, Oregon. And did I say that right? Oregon. We've been on the road full time for the last 4 years. We're taking a 5-month road trip up the West Coast.
Traveling with our 4 kids means 4 times the adventure.
This is Life on the Road. Okay, I keep getting corrected when we're there. So at this campground, it's really cool because they actually have a river right there that you can put your tubes in and you can just float down the river. And then you get out and you walk about 50 yards and you get right back in the same spot and just keep doing that over and over again. So we had lots of fun doing that with tubes and with the paddleboard, and the kids just had a blast just running and jumping into the river and just really enjoying spending time in the water. It was like 100 degrees.
It was hot.
Not humid though, which makes a big difference. Everyone used to tell us that when we didn't understand, but now we do. 100 degrees not humid is not that bad. So we had a lot of fun doing that, a lot of fun hanging out with my sister and her family, and also hitting the pool at the campground. Just really good some relaxing and hanging out and enjoying Bend.
So we did take a day trip up to the Newberry Volcanic National Monument, which is this obsidian flow from way back when some volcanoes erupted and left a bunch of obsidian there. Yeah. And it looked like a scene out of Lord of the Rings. It was like jagged and it was dark and gloomy. So it was a really cool experience to kind of hike through that. I liked it. It
was really cool, and always fun with the kids to take them places where they can learn a lot and see all this stuff and touch it and feel it and everything. So pretty cool. All right, Malia, where are we at?
We're at the Newberry National Volcanic Monument.
All right, we're gonna go check this out. They have a cool lake here, some volcanoes, some obsidian flow or something. We're gonna go to the visitor center and find out what we're gonna do while we're here. Yes, I get to carry the dowel the rest of the way, and Malia brought it up, but I'm bringing it down. But yes, so the obsidian is very, very cool. And when we were up there, a ranger was up there at the very top, and he explained to us that all around us, this tree line you can kind of see around us, that all that tree line that goes around us is actually like a big circle where the volcano was like right in it. So we're basically standing in the volcano. So pretty cool. So this used to be like Crater Lake until all these flows came through and split into 2 lakes. So now we're gonna go check out the lake. Next, we headed up to Paulina Lake, where we were able to get out the paddleboard and just kind of sit on the beach and play in the water for a while. Really loved about Bend that it was inland, but there was lots of water and different activities that we could do. And I don't know about you guys, but with our kids, they love anytime they can get in the water and swim, so it worked out really good. There they go. Cannon's bringing the paddleboard out to the lake. All right, here we go. We are getting the paddleboard ready to go. We got the kayak. We got some questionable weather coming up over here, so we're not sure what's going on there. We haven't seen rain in a while, but we'll see.
After wrapping up at the lake, we took a short drive over to Paulina Falls, which is a really cool little waterfall close to that lake. And we kind of hiked up the path a little bit, checked out the waterfall, and took in the scenery.
Can't beat a waterfall. I don't know what took us so long to do this, but we finally learned about the Deschutes River tubing that you can do when you are in downtown Bend. And this is actually a man-made tubing area with rapids that they put into place. So it is so cool. I don't know why we waited so long, but what you do is you get into downtown Bend, and then you can walk somewhere to rent tubes. You can bring your own or walk to rent tubes, and then you put them in at the top of it, and you just float down the rapids, and you can get out, walk back up, and you can do it again. It was really cool. Or you can also take a bus and they drop you off a mile or 2 away, and you can float down the river for a couple miles and then end basically at where the rapids are. So I don't know why we took so long to get here. If we would have known it was there, we probably had done it a few times, brought my parents and my sister's family there, and just, yeah, did the whole float. But this time we just did the rapids.
Yeah, and a word of advice is we'd recommend buying some cheap floaties at Walmart or something like that. Renting them was a little expensive and kind of a runaround to figure out where to go and where to get them. So
for sure. So before you get to the Bend area, buy your tubes at a Walmart, save yourself some money, and go enjoy. So that's a wrap on the tubing down in Bend. It was very cool. So we just did the run a few times and then took our tubes back where we rented them from, and now we're going to the brewery.
I really love Bend, and I will definitely be back there. It was one of my favorite cities that we visited. But next we're gonna head up to the Columbia River Gorge area and check out a bunch of waterfalls in that beautiful area. There's just a lot of wilderness and beautiful waterfalls to be seen. So we're gonna go check that out. Make sure you stick with us so you can see it too.
See you next time.